What's going on YouTube? Ben here, Player.net, and today we're taking a look at the Raijintek Agos case. One of these days, these companies will make names that I can pronounce. Until then, I give it my shot and I do my best to spell it correctly when I write it for the review. Taking a look at the packaging, as we always do first, as we can see here, there's a bit of an image, grayscale black image here of the Raijintek Agos itself. There's a bit of a description of what we can expect here. It's kind of slanted. What does it say? Elegant and classic, USB 3, all that type of stuff. So a little features list, specifications. Quickly moving around the box before we get into the actual review itself, or taking a closer look. You can see we have another picture on this side here that shows us it with the side panel off. You can go ahead and see the motherboard tray, standoffs, and all of our drive bays. Moving on quickly, as I said, to the other side, we have a proper specifications list of what we can expect here. Obviously, dimensions, weight, all that type of fun stuff. A little description of what Raijintek feels the Agos means to them, and that type of thing. And then again, another image showing the Agos with the side panel off. Now we can also see it has room for probably 220 mil fans on the top there. I would just go ahead and, yeah, was it 140 mil or 240 radiator. That's kind of odd. Have to talk to them about that. If it's 240 mil fans or a 240 mil radiator, I think that should either be 120 fans or 280 radiator. Have to talk to them, or actually I'll have to just open it up and confirm what we have inside the box. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. I am now going to open up the box, and I'll definitely make sure to touch base on this top fan radiator mount issue. Alright guys, as promised, I told you there was a bit of confusion looking at the box. It says 2 times 140 millimeter fans or 240 rad here. It's the way they worded it. Now you could, of course, there's mounting holes on the corners here, but if you look closely, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's also some mounting holes in here. So you could fit a 240 or a 280 rad in here, or 2 times 140 mil fans or 2 times 120 mil fans. I just wanted to touch on that and clear that up real quick before we start going on, because even myself, I was a bit confused and was quite anxious to see what the deal was. Alright, now that that's all cleared up, let's go ahead and take a look at the front of the case. As you can see here, it's got a nice black mesh to it, and the 5.25 inch drive bay covers are easily removable. You just kind of push that in and pull it out. I do have to say off the gate, I am not a big fan of this. While it does make the case more accessible and easy to build in, I don't care for seeing that. I'd rather just have it a blank plate there, none of this stuff. And these are also plastic and quite cheap. And in my original test, I went to just, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, let me pull one. I almost bent one and broke it. So if you do use those, make sure you're careful with them so they don't come off. Right, as we turn it a little bit, as we can see here, we have one USB 3 and a USB 2.0 slots. We of course then have our headphone and microphone inputs, and then we also have our reset and power buttons, as well as some power and hard disk drive LEDs that myself, I don't plug those in. The only thing I'll be plugging in is the USB 3 and the power and the reset. The other stuff, it goes unused for me. So I mean, that's it for the front. As you can see, we also have the nice Raijintek R logo down here, little emblem. We got a little bit of sort of invent for some more airflow to get into the case, I would imagine. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead. I'm going to take the side panel off and show you guys around inside the case. Alright, so before we have a look inside the case, I noticed something I wanted to point out to y'all. And no, it's not the fact that we have some more vent holes here for a couple more fans. It's the fact that Raijintek have gone ahead and added a little handle here. As you can see there, it just kind of flaps in. You push it in, it's out of the way, then you can pull it out to help you pull the side panel off once you've removed the thumb screws. Oh, and as you can see, we have some stuff falling out already. We have what appears to be some type of dust filters for our fans. Those are always nice. We can go ahead and I'll just put them on the top of the case for now. As you can see, Raijintek have secured our little accessories box here. I always like to go ahead and get that out of the way. And now we of course have the inside of the case. We have a nice motherboard tray here. It appears to have our normal ATX risers already installed in it, which is nice. The cutouts for the cable management have the rubber in them, which even on a cheap case, it's actually nice to see. I was a bit worried that wasn't going to be the issue here. We of course have our cutout for easy access for switching CPU coolers and stuff. And I know that's not a big deal to most people, but to people like me, if I was going to use this case for a bit, I mean, even for a month, I might put 6 or 7 coolers in it. So, I mean, Raijintek are just trying to cover all the bases, and that is something that's kind of becoming the norm these days. As you can see here, we also have our 3 5.25-inch drive bays. Of course, we've got the toolless design there. Make lives, I'll put that back in a minute, to make our lives easier when we're in front of it. And we've got a bit of a unique hard drive trays here. As you can see, it's quite a big tray. Every tray appears to say Raijintek on it. For me, I don't know. We'll have to take some pictures. I'm not going to say how I feel about that just yet. I'm going to have to think about that one. It's great that they're toolless, but at the same time, they could have made the top ones 2.5 inch, even with the same design. It would have been nice, even though you can, of course, take these out, and there is plenty of room and holes to go ahead and mount a 2.5 inch hard drive. We, of course, have all our front panel connectors, power reset, HD audio, USB 3. There's the included Raijintek fan here in the back that comes with a 3-pin cable to plug it into the motherboard. We have room for our bottom mounted PSU, and we also have room for an extra fan right in here on the bottom. I know you can't see it right now, but I'll go ahead and make sure to take some pictures of it for the review. And we of course have our 7 PCI expansion slots that have their thumb screws on them. I do have to say I'm a bit disappointed in the thumb screws Raijintek has decided to use with their case. They are, if you can see, I know it's a bit hard, I'll take pictures of them for you for the review. They are proper metal screws, but they're the ones that have the black plastic around them. Now, I've known a couple times to go ahead and tighten them up maybe too much, damage the plastic a little bit, then the thumb screw's pretty much unusable. And it's also, in my opinion, a bit of an eyesore, as I know you can't see it right now, but there's a silver screw inside the black plastic. Myself, I would prefer for it to be white or black or just a normal screw color like silver, chrome, whatever. I prefer for it to all be one color. That's pretty much it for the inside look of the Raijintek, the Agos. I'm going to go ahead and get building in this, and of course I'll take some more pictures and stuff, and I'll include a link to the review down in the description. So thank you guys for watching, and please check back in the future for the review.